Hold on to your hats, comics fans, because it's time for another round of Grudge Match, the show that lets the gladiators of the graphic worlds go head-to-head to determine who is the greatest of all. Today's match pits two cosmic do-gooders who control light itself against one another. Representing DC, it's the greatest of the GL Corps, Hal Jordan, aka Green Lantern, and from Marvel, the protector of the universe and wielder of the quantum bands, Quasar. Hal Jordan, while not the first ever Green Lantern, that distinction would go to Alan Scott, is easily the most famous and most powerful of all of the Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan, created in 1959, was an Air Force pilot who witnessed the crash of an alien ship that belonged to the Green Lantern that was the protector of this sector of the galaxy, who was at the time the greatest of the Green Lantern, named Abin Sur. He was dying, and he bequeathed his ring to Hal Jordan, who then took it, became the new Green Lantern of this sector of the universe, and became the first ever human to be inducted into the Green Lantern Corps. And after his training, he would go on to become the most powerful of the Green Lanterns because of his immense willpower and his ability to overcome great fear. Over the years, Hal Jordan has really earned the title of the greatest of the Green Lanterns because of all the different feats that he's done throughout the years, which have included actually destroying the entire Green Lantern Corps at one time when he was possessed by the Parallax entity. He was also the Spectre for a time, which made him pretty much godlike powerful. He reassembled the Corps. He also became a member of all the other corps of lanterns, be it the Red Lanterns, the Orange Lanterns, Blue Lanterns. He is one of the few who's actually crossed corps to become lanterns of other colors, and he has overcome death itself during the Blackest Night storyline. It was primarily Hal Jordan who overcame the Black Lanterns and Necron and the Force of Death that was trying to destroy the entire DC universe. So he really has earned the title of the greatest of the Green Lanterns. Quasar, real name Wendell Vaughn, became the Protector of the Universe, a title that he took over from Captain Marvel after Captain Marvel perished. He was originally a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who was assigned the task of guarding these relics that they had found that were known as the quantum bands. They were bracelets that they were trying to figure out how they worked, and they were filled with cosmic power. When terrorists attacked the installation, Wendell Vaughn was forced to put on the quantum bands in order to protect them, and seems that he had a knack for being able to wield the power that was housed within them. So he became what was known as the Protector of the Universe and took on the name Quasar. Now, these quantum bands were created by a cosmic entity known as Eon. Eon is the offspring of the cosmic god Eternity and one of the most powerful beings in the cosmic universe. The quantum bands work in much the same way that a Green Lantern ring works. It harnesses various energies in order to create hard-light constructs based on the wearer's imagination and willpower. So virtually anything that Quasar can imagine, the quantum bands can then construct. And that's not just simply limited to hard light constructs either. Much like a Green Lantern ring, it can also include creating force fields, it can include firing blasts of really powerful energy, life support while in outer space, and also, like the Green Lantern ring, has AI built right into it so that the wearer can use it for scanning, asking it questions, and getting feedback from the AI system built right into the weaponry. Quasar, over the course of his existence in the Marvel Universe, has possessed one power that Green Lantern traditionally does not, and that is a power that is incumbent upon all protectors of the universe in the Marvel Universe, which is a limited form of cosmic awareness. This is a power that allows him to know everything that's going on in the universe virtually instantly. He just has to focus on something, even something on the other side of the galaxy, and he'll be able to see and know and understand what's going on. He can also chart various timelines into the future and figure out what's going to happen as the result of doing different actions in the present. However, this is not an inherent ability that's built into the quantum bands or into Wendell Vaughn himself. This is an ability that is bestowed by the entity Eon. And whenever Eon in the comics died, that ability stopped functioning. So it's not something that is inherent to the character, it's something that he was given through his contact with another character. And since grudge matches are always one-on-one, no outside help, no outside entities can give aid to one character or the other, cosmic awareness would not be something that factors into this fight, which brings these two characters, power to power, right down to the exact same level. The Green Lantern ring and the quantum bands seem to function almost identically. So with the powers of these two individual characters on completely even footing, it's really going to come down to who is the ultimate better man between the two. So ring slinging to band slamming, it's time now to determine a winner of this grudge match. That winner is going to be Hal Jordan. When you look at the track record of these two characters, there's really very little comparison in who has overcome more powerful enemies. Hal Jordan always seems to be right on the forefront of every great cosmic trouble that happens in the DC universe, whereas many of the other heroes, Superman, Wonder Woman, and the like, tend to remain on Earth most of the time. Hal Jordan is always right there in outer space, taking on every galactic threat that happens to occur, up to and including being on the forefront of taking down the embodiment of death itself, Necron, during the Blackest Night storyline. Whereas Quasar, on the other hand, most generally kept himself to Earth when he was doing his superhero career, and whenever he would go out and venture out into the galaxy, he would often find himself getting caught up in situations that he wasn't quite fully well equipped to deal with. And during the Annihilation storyline, he was actually killed by the cosmic being Annihilus from the Negative Zone. He managed to resurrect himself by way of his connection to the quantum bands, using quantum energy to reconstitute himself, so he was able to come back to life, but for a good long time he was thought to be dead. So with the powers of these two characters on relatively even footing, it comes down to who has had more success and fought tougher villains throughout their tenure as a superhero. And in that question, there can be no comparison. Hal Jordan, the most powerful of the Green Lanterns, the first human inducted into the Green Lantern Corps, is going to take home the gold in this grudge match. So mention me down below, let me know what you think of the outcome of this fight, and of course, as always, any suggestions for future episodes, and we'll see you next time on the next edition of Grudge Match.